What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for Cold Bear Sports. Right, lads, one selection again today. Racing tough enough today, to be honest, to pick them out. But one horse that piques my interest that will have to bounce back, but I can think of a few logical reasons why he might, because he's been highly tried, but we'll come to him in a second. Let's just touch on Glamorous Breeze. She's actually, our selection yesterday, she's now becoming a bit frustrating for the owner trainer, and I don't know what to make of her again yesterday. She travelled so well, looked much the best horse, goes away from the field, and then she seems, the minute she goes to the front, she always seems to like just go a couple of lengths clear and then kind of pull herself up a little bit. So look, she's definitely a really nice filly on the up. Although frustrating for a punter, I think if I was an owner of her, I would be really happy because she'd probably improve again. I'd stick blinkers on her maybe and just ride tighter lines, like don't challenge wide or nothing like that. Just ride really tight lines, take your time and challenge very tight between horses or to the rail, and just produce her late, you know. I think she came there yesterday, she came round the two in front of her and she looked like she was going to go away, and then she just didn't. Maybe just in future preference, you'd ride her in behind the two and just ride for that last minute gap, that spiteful gap, and I'd say she'd just burst through it and win. But she's frustrating, but at the same time, she's a really likeable filly. And hopefully maybe a set of little blinkers on her, but hopefully they'll get her to win a couple more, because I think she will keep improving. And right, we'll leave her there. We don't dwell on losers because too many winners on the way, as always. Good at tipping losers, but we're better at tipping winners. Right, let's move on to today. One interesting horse for me, Toro Strike. Now, Toro Strike runs in Goodwood, and he's been really well thought of earlier in the year, and then his bubble was bursted a bit in Haydock. He came into Haydock with a good reputation. People were talking well about him, and that was a very good race. You had Kinross that won it. There was other horses in there like Is It Glorious Journey, and he came out and won again since. And there was a couple of other nice horses in that race that day as well. I think Norge as well might have been over from Ireland, who's very rock solid and consistent, and he's a good yardstick. So bubble was bursted a bit that day. Then this horse, he ran in Goodwood. The last time I seen him was in Goodwood in a really deep race. Now we're talking a very deep race. We had the likes of Creative Force, Space Blues, and a few others. I can't think of. Kinross again, he actually won it. So really strong, solid form. And I thought Toro Strike ran much better this day. Now, he looked like he was going to do more than he did, but I'm going to forgive him. I'm going to say, you know what, the ground was very soft that day. And I'm going to say, back on good to firm today, we're going to see if Toro Strike is any good or not. And he is a good horse, but I'm saying we're going to see, is Toro Strike going to make another upward curve, or is he just going to be disappointing again? And I think Toro Strike, he was around the 100 to 30 mark. I really think he's worth a go at that price to say, right, he's back on good ground. Good to firm ground, and his last win on good to firm looked very good. He looked a good horse. So, and Ross Collin is a very good horse. He's in here at the head of the market for David O'Meara and the owners. They're having a really nice time with this horse. I think though most of his better form is on soft. Now I might be wrong, because he was well handicapped horses. When he was coming through the handicap ranks, it doesn't matter what the ground is. It doesn't matter if it's heavy or good to firm. Well handicapped horses wins. Ground only matters when a horse is maxed out at his ability. So if you have a group one horse in a handicap, heavy ground won't matter. If you have a group one horse in a group one, heavy ground will matter then, because he needs his prime conditions then to compete at that level. But I think this horse definitely is worthy of one last chance to prove that he is a good horse, and maybe he can show it today. Let's hope he can show it today, because good to firm ground, and I'm sure Richard Fatty is going here today really looking for this horse to show something good. So I hope he can bounce back for them, because his last run isn't bad, lads, in a very good race. So back on quicker ground, I'll give him a chance. Right, lads, hope you were on all the winners during the week, the big double and all like that, and hope you enjoyed them. And there's been lots of winners on the channel this week. I know sometimes we do hit a couple of quiet days where winners won't come. That's just part of it. But you all know by now, stick around, because the winners are there, and they keep coming. And we will hit them one day for the big Lucky 15 or the big accum, and we'll all be singing Rosie. Right, thanks for all the support. Make sure and hit the likes on the videos and subscribe to the YouTube. Cheers. Time for cotton is over.